Hey Bobcats, and welcome to our third show this year. Man, time really flies. At this rate, we'll be back in school in no time. With that in mind, this week we have a COVID-19 segment with reporter Madeline Mack, a look into National Honor Society with Tiffany, Leyva, and Chinai in our first sports segment this year. My name is Leo Ambrogelly, and this is The Sage. Yesterday marked our third week of distance learning. Thankfully, though, these measures have not been in vain. San Diego County is currently still under the COVID-19 cases threshold, and as such, the CUSD Board of Trustees is discussing a reopening plan. More information is available on thesagenews.com. Unfortunately, we are dangerously close to surpassing this threshold once more. Reporter Madeline Mack has more information.
Thanks, Leo. In the U.S., there have been approximately 36,836 new COVID cases and at least 447 COVID deaths in the last 24 hours. San Diego County has recorded 2,235 cases and 27 deaths this past week due to the virus. Currently, San Diego is in the red tier, which means we have a substantial case spread. Having less than a 7% case rate is the requirement for the red tier. San Diego County currently stands at 6.9%. We are dangerously close to the threshold of going into the purple and highest tier. If we move into the purple tier, we will experience more closures of non-essential indoor businesses, and schools will no longer be allowed to open. Let's keep San Diego COVID cases dropping by wearing a mask, social distancing, and washing our hands. We can do this, Bobcats. This has been Madeline Mack. Take it away, Leo.
Thank you, Madeline. On the subject of schools, Sage Creek is holding its Club Rush on the 23rd of this month. This year, the Sage is providing coverage to all the clubs on campus, starting with the larger ones. Here are reporters Tiffany, Leyva, and Chinai with a segment on National Honor Society.
The National Honor Society is the biggest club at Sage Creek High School, being just shy of 200 members. We talked to the club advisor, Ms. Anderson, to see what the club has in store during remote online learning, and checked in with a few club members to see how NHS has helped them over the years.
It builds itself on 4 pillars, so outstanding scholarship, character, leadership, and service. And each new member has to have minimum expectations to get in. For example, a minimum of a 3.5 GPA. The student must have attended Sage Creek for at least 1 trimester. And they really put together a resume and a letter showing how they've given back to the community and how they're going to help support National Honor Society.
With the COVID-19 pandemic, in-person educational support has been difficult to provide. Despite the pandemic, NHS plans to continue to provide tutoring.
We are going to test doing breakout rooms where National Honor Society students would come to a teacher that wants support. If the teacher has multiple students, let's say more than 3 or 4, the National Honor Society students can take these groups of students and do breakout rooms and support the teacher.
National Honor Society takes pride in preparing leaders for the future. We asked club members to see how NHS has helped.
I think it has taught me to be like a hard worker and to put myself out there, and also just to, I've gotten a lot of experience supporting my classmates and stuff, which I think is an important skill to have for the future and for a career in college.
NHS gives me an extra push to maintain my grade point average, and it makes me feel really empowered and proud.
If you're a sophomore, junior, or senior and want to apply to NHS, application details are on the Sage Creek website underneath students. But hurry, the application deadlines are due on Monday. This has been Tiffany, Leyva, and Chinai reporting for The Sage. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Tiffany and Maya. NHS applications are due on the 21st, less than a week from now. So if you are interested in joining and haven't started yet, maybe you should get on that. I'm sorry, I'm projecting. Anyway, I'm happy to reintroduce our sports segment this week with a story about the redemption of our local team, the San Diego Padres. Up at bat is one of our sports editors, Cooper Hancock. Take it away, Cooper.
What's up, Bobcats? Have you been watching the Slam Diego Padres lately? This team has been on a tear in the shortened 2020 MLB season. Currently, the Padres sit with a 31-17 record, second place in the NL West division, second best record in the National League, and the second best World Series odds in all of baseball. In a miserable 2019 season, the Padres finished with a 70-92 record, where they finished in last place in the NL West. Is it the new jerseys or the new faces that transformed this Padres team from bottom dwellers to World Series contenders? One man all over the news headlines is the flashy Padres shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr., who currently leads the National League in home runs and is in the top 5 for the MLB for RBIs. Top to bottom, this Padres lineup is stacked. Returning guys like Manny Machado, Will Myers, and Eric Hosmer have produced along with new faces like Trent Grisham, Tommy Pham, and Jake Cronenworth. The Padres have usually lacked in the pitching department in the last decade, but this has been a complete opposite this year, as Padres starters Dinelson Lamet and Zach Davies have racked up continuous quality starts. The Padres also traded for Mike Clevenger during the trade deadline, who has been a top 10 pitcher for the top 10 pitcher in the MLB for the last few years, along with first baseman Mitch Moreland, catcher Austin Nola, relievers Trevor Rosenthal, Taylor Williams, Austin Adams, and Dan Altavia. With this team's regular season already coming to the close in the coming weeks, make sure you tune into the Padres as the most likely return to the playoffs for the first time since 2006 as a top team. This has been Cooper Hancock, and go Padres!
Thank you, Cooper. Hey, at least one thing is looking up for us this year. That's all for today, Bobcats. Make sure to stay safe, wash your hands, and drink water. And hey, if you are interested about any of the stories that we talked about today, head over to thesagenews.com for more of our work. I'll see you next week on the next episode of The Sage.